Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and for the next hour we are going to conclude our series on gerunds and infinitives in English here on Verbling. Okay, we started out a little more simply yesterday. We concentrated on gerunds. Today, we're going to finish up with some more complicated material, a little bit concentrating on infinitives, as well as how gerunds and infinitives work with different verb tenses. We've got quite a lot of material to cover today. So some of the more sticky or interesting situations that happen with gerunds and infinitives. So help me explore this area of English grammar. This often confusing. Okay, as soon as I get some students in the class, I'll get this thing rolling. Here we go. All right, Max, you're up for it again. Great. Up for the challenge. Hi, Max.
Hello again.
Hello again. Okay, here we go.
Maybe it's a very boring topic for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But I think, well, it's just my opinion. It's a topic where English learners make a lot of mistakes frequently. So anyway, okay, definitely worth looking at for any of you who have to do English writing in particular. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, all right, we've got another student with us. Hello, Amra.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the class.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're going to jump right in, guys, and others who would like to join, come on in anytime. But here we go. Talking about gerunds and infinitives. If I may reiterate, the idea of using gerunds and infinitives is usually dependent on not the gerund or the infinitive structure itself, but the main verb of the sentence. Usually dictates use of some main verbs in the sentence will dictate use of a gerund. Others will dictate use of an infinitive, meaning it has to be an infinitive. Still, a third category are main verbs that can be used with either a gerund or an infinitive and not change the meaning at all. The fourth possible idea is verbs can be followed by a gerund or infinitive, but with a difference in meaning. Actually, Max, we touched on this yesterday. Okay. Remembered is the best example. Nancy remembered getting married. Okay, so she has a memory of getting married. Good for Nancy. Okay. So she has the memory of getting married. It would be strange to say Nancy remembered to get married. Oh yeah, that's right. I should get married. Oh, I forgot for a while. It would be a little silly, but possible and grammatically possible. The second example, Fred remembered to bring sunblock to the beach. Okay, great. So he brought the sunblock to the beach. If I say Fred remembered bringing sunblock to the beach, he remembered the action of actually carrying it to the beach. Again, either is possible, but it changes the meaning. This, by the way, this difference in meaning with either gerund and infinitive is actually fairly rare. Remembered is the big one where it changes meaning. There's a few others. Okay. And some verbs can be followed by either a gerund or an infinitive with no difference in meaning. It makes no difference if you say she likes swimming or she likes to swim. Likes, the kind of subgroup of verbs, likes, hates, adores, these types of stative verbs or state that describe a state. These kinds of stative verbs can usually be followed by either, and it doesn't matter. Remember is also a stative verb, so it doesn't always work. It's the other difficult thing about gerunds and infinitives. There's no absolute and clear-cut rules, more or less guidelines. Hello, Horacio. How are you?
Hello, fine, thank you.
Okay. Welcome to the class. All right. Okay. All right. There's a very subtle difference, I guess. Okay, which I guess I should. It's very subtle, and it's, to my mind, spoken English, irrelevant, really. Using a gerund may suggest that you're referring to real activities or experiences. She likes swimming. Using an infinitive suggests that you're talking about potential or possible experiences. She likes to swim, but either way, in this example, she likes swimming, she likes to swim. Really, to the listener, there's no difference. However, this small difference cannot always be used interchangeably. It may change subtly meanings. For example, the British reporter likes living in New York. Okay, the inference here is that he does in fact live in New York, and he enjoys it. If I change this to an infinitive, the British reporter likes to live in New York. Okay, whenever he works in the United States, he likes the option or the possibility of living in New York. So these two different concepts, we would choose to perhaps use a gerund to express the idea that this person is actually doing this, or the infinitive to express the potential, again, of the idea. All right, another example. I like speaking French because it's such a beautiful language. Okay, he likes the experience of speaking French. I like to speak French when I'm in France. Okay, the option of speaking French, the potential to speak French. But this second one, I like to speak French because it's such a beautiful language, or I like speaking French when I'm in France. I don't personally see these as having. I think these are completely interchangeable, and for me, would not change the meaning. It's so subtle that I don't think it matters, frankly. The first example, yeah, a little bit more. Yes, that definitely likes living, definitely expresses that he is doing it now. Likes to live means when he can. I can understand that there's a slight difference there. All right, so it's very subtle. But frankly, you would not really worry about this in conversation. Hello, Renato. Welcome to the class. Hi there.
Hello, Mr. Oakley. Sorry, I was talking to a friend. I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to the class, anyway. Okay. Now, we can't always use these. All right. For example, like, or love, or hate. Sure, interchangeable, but there may be other words that it's not. You can't. I enjoy speaking French. I enjoy to speak French. No, you can't use enjoy with a infinitive. So it can be a little tricky. We're talking about the main verbs that allow either gerund or infinitive. Now, this is a more unusual one that I'd like maybe to practice with you guys. There are many be plus adjective combinations that are followed by infinitive. For example, now looking, this is with infinitives. They were anxious to begin. All right, the past tense of the verb to be, our adjective anxious, and then an infinitive construction. Another example, she was delighted to receive such good feedback. He's lucky to have such good friends. These are very kind of common, normal sentences, grammatically correct. I'm going to challenge you guys to try to make a sentence using whatever, subject, noun, he, she, they, Mark, Walter, whatever. The verb to be plus an adjective and then an infinitive. So here we go. Let's see if you guys can do this. Construction. Max, I'm going to start with you. You were first in.
I was surprised to get this money back.
Okay. Excellent. Oops. And I always forget how to spell surprise because it has this crazy silent R in front of the P. But there it is. And also, I apologize, but I'll be getting a new keyboard later today. My spacebar is sticking badly. Good example. Max, that's perfect. I was surprised to get this money back. Great. Surprised. Not surprised. Surprised. Be careful.
Surprised.
Yeah, with this
Surprised.
past tense ending. Okay, that's great. Excellent job. Emra, you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, I would like you to form a sentence using the same construction as you see in these examples, with a subject noun, the verb to be, then an adjective, and then an infinitive, to something, to verb.
I am happy to hear my father come his own country.
Again, I'm happy to hear
I'm happy to hear my father is come back his own country.
coming his own country. Okay, I'm happy to hear. Okay. All right. Verb to be, happy, adjective, and the infinitive. Very good. I'm happy to hear whatever. This is a very common phrase. I'm happy to hear whatever you're happy to hear. Okay. Coming back, I do need to add the preposition here to show the place. All right. Coming back to here showing movement or transition from one place or one something to another something. Okay. Thank you, Emma. That was very good. That works. Great job. Rocio, let's see what you can do.
Okay, let me try. I was invited to come to the party?
Wait a minute. I was invited. Okay. Wait a second. Rocio, here, invited is a verb. So what you have here, okay. Oh no, maybe you're right. Oh yeah, this is a passive. Yeah, it's a past passive. That's right. Okay. It's a past passive. Invited here is so an action actually happens to you.
I was
Okay.
surprised. Maybe
Yeah.
also?
Maybe also I was surprised. That's a tough one. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe this is a passive. The action happens to you. The surprise happens to you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that before. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, she was delighted. It's very. Yeah, I think actually I was surprised and she was delighted. I think they're being used as an adjective. It could be a verb, to delight, to surprise, but invite. All right, maybe. Okay, he's an invited guest. I suppose that could be an adjective. These are interesting constructions because I can't really even tell if this is a passive verb construction or is it the verb to be and an adjective. And this is kind of weird, but this is English for you. I can't tell. I can't tell you what that is. Is it a passive verb or is it, I guess, invited, the same thing. I can't really tell if it's a passive verb or is it a verb to be and a
Yes,
uh,
it's tricky. Or something
it,
like, I am nervous to come to the party.
I am nervous. Well, to go to the party. Yeah. Okay. That's a better example. I am nervous. Here, it's not. There's no question. Not to come to the party, but to go to the party.
Oh, yes, sorry. To go to the party.
Okay. Yeah. Now this is obviously an adjective. Nervous. You can't. There's no verb to nervous. No.
Okay.
You have to be nervous. Okay. Yeah, some of these are obviously, he's lucky, that's obviously an adjective. Anxious, there's no verb to anxious. Interesting. But the fact is, even if we want to look at it as a passive verb, this construction is still the same, whether we're looking at it as being a passive verb or being an adjective. It's kind of interesting. It's hard to dissect the sentence because it would work either way and it would not change the meaning. So that's an interesting little element of English right there. You can't tell what it is exactly, but it doesn't matter. All right, it happens.
Okay.
Thank you, Rosia. That was interesting. Renata, okay, using the example, can you give me a sentence?
Sorry, Mr. Oakley, can you repeat?
Yeah, I would like you to do the same thing everyone else just did. Form a sentence using these examples. Subject, noun, verb to be, an adjective, and then an infinitive verb, to, begin, to, receive, to, have, to get.
Okay. I like to go to the party.
Okay.
Can it be?
No. I like to go to the party. What you have here, okay. Yes, it can be. This is a sentence, but not really what I was looking for. You have a subject, noun, and a verb. But this is, there's no adjective. Okay, which is what I'm
Okay.
looking for. Adjective followed. So I was like looking for subject, verb, adjective, and not the verb to be. It has to be a linking verb.
Okay. Okay.
So I am, like that.
Okay.
I am happy. I am depressed.
Oh.
I am.
Okay. Can I try again?
Sure.
I am happy to do this class. I'm happy to. Sorry,
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to do this class. I'm happy to meet you. Very common phrase. I'm happy to do it for you. Sure, these are very common phrases where we use verb to be, an adjective, and then the infinitive. This happens a lot in English. That's the idea. We also have many nouns that are commonly followed by infinitives. Example, it was a good decision to move to San Francisco. His wish to become an actor was well known. Notice this is his wish to become an actor is a separate clause. Really, his wish is the subject noun. All right. Was well known. Okay, it was a good decision. Here the verb comes first. It is the subject. Was is the verb. Okay, a good decision is an object noun. All right, to move to San Francisco. All right, we're adding clauses all over the sentences after nouns with infinitives. Subject part of the sentence and the object part before the verb, after the verb. Okay, Laura's desire to improve. Impress me. These are infinitive clauses. We're sticking them everywhere. All right. Okay, so after a noun, they could be anywhere in a sentence is the point I'm trying to make here. Okay. All right. Maybe we should try doing this just so you get the idea here. That this can be. Let's see what you guys come up with. Max trying to stick an infinitive after a noun, and it doesn't matter where it is in the sentence.
I don't know.
Notice, okay, when we're doing this, notice something. These are decision, wish, desire. These are all abstract nouns that refer to not a tangible, concrete thing. It's going to be hard to think of a concrete word like dog or pencil. Although sometimes, okay.
Maybe
right.
it's possible. I call my dog to take him outside.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, I was right. I should have looked at this. Second guess myself. I should have looked at it in these examples. Okay, these are abstract nouns followed by an infinitive. All right. When we use concrete nouns, it's usually because we're expressing in order to do something. So, okay. So this would fit down here with your concrete noun about your dog. What was your sentence again?
I called my dog to take him outside.
Okay. Okay. Subtle difference between these two. Yeah, this is very normal. It's following a noun, but the the idea is there's a kind of in order to, there's a subtle but nevertheless definitely there idea that you do something in order to do something else, so you can do something else. All right, all right. He bought the English dictionary to look up difficult words. Okay, concrete noun, dictionary, something you concrete, you can touch, you can hold, you can throw across the room. Janine sold her car. Okay, I can't throw it across the room, but you get the idea. To get the money.
Ok. Ah, é que eu tô fazendo uma aula de inglês, né?
Aí.
Começa. Você não ouviu aqui.
Okay.
Aí lá, essa conversa, né?
Renato? Renato? Hey, Renato, if you wouldn't mind muting your microphone and then unmuting later.
Okay, Mr. Oakley, sorry. Actually, I am at my work, so
Okay.
Unfortunately, some people is trying to talk to me. Sorry.
It's not a problem. Just mute your microphone up above. There's a microphone with a slash through it. You can just mute your microphone when you're not talking, and you won't have to worry about extra sounds disturbing the class. Okay?
Okay. I'm really sorry.
Not a big deal. Okay, Emra.
Yes.
Okay, so either way, using a more abstract noun, decision, wish, desire, need, or maybe using a more concrete noun like dictionary, car, dog, englishpage.com. All right, give me a sentence with an infinitive following a noun. We'll decide, should it go under Rule 16 or Rule 17?
Which one you want me?
I don't care.
Both?
Either one. Or both, if you want to. That's
Yeah, both. I can
okay. Cool.
make sentences both. My expectation to pass the exam my expectation to pass the exam. That's all.
Maybe let me help you out a little. Is high.
My expectation is high. Okay.
What is? Yeah. You don't have a verb yet. My expectation to pass the exam is not a sentence. There's no verb.
Okay.
An infinitive is not a verb. You know, so you had no main verb. So I'm gonna hand you one. There you go.
Okay.
Is high. Okay. Great.
Number 17.
Sure.
I expected my daughter to pass her exam.
Very nice. All right, a couple kind of related sentences. All right, notice how that works. One with the expected, the more abstract, expectation, not something you can actually touch. And then my daughter, okay. That worked out very well. Definitely making my point for me. Rocio, you may choose one or the other or both.
Okay. First, the 17.
Okay, sure.
Maybe I do my CV quickly to get a job.
Okay, is this the general idea? I do my CV quickly to get a job. Okay. Actually, all right. Actually, there's something interesting here. First of all, the use of just the simple present tense doesn't really work here because it's not a regular thing. Doing your CV, you don't do it every day. Every morning you wake up and do your CV. It's not a regular thing. It's not a state. It's not something that
Okay.
it's not something that lasts a long time. So it's a temporary action. So I would probably use a different tense instead of present simple. I did, or better here, maybe future tense. Maybe I will do. Okay.
Okay. Okay. I understand. Mm-hmm.
But okay, my CV is the noun. She's got an adverb after that. This is very normal in English. So not only a noun, but possibly an adverb.
Mm.
The adverb works on do. I will quickly do my CV to get a job. All right. But sometimes adverbs are tricky. I have to tell you that I should tell you if you want to be careful, you should be putting your adverb in front of the verb. Okay, I will quickly do my CV to get a job. You are not wrong. Your first.
Sounds better. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this is where it truly belongs, but
Mm-hmm.
it's tricky because adverbs always are okay if they're acting on the verb. That is, adverbs have different functions. They can modify another adverb or another adjective or a verb. If they're actually working on the verb, then it's always correct to put it here in front of the verb. It is possible to move it around to the front of the sentence, the back of the sentence, after the object noun. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not. This is safe. This is the safe one. So, especially for formal writing, business writing, important writing, then you should just follow this rule. Then you can't go wrong. Many times in English, sorry, Rosia?
It's a good clue.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, that works. I do my CV to get a job. Okay. Rosia, did you want to try one with a more abstract noun followed by an infinitive? Or not?
Yes, for example,
Okay.
I hope to get a new job soon.
I have to.
I hope. Like,
I hope.
I hope.
Hang on. Okay. Well, hope here is a verb.
My hopeness.
Yeah, if my
To
hope,
get any job.
my hopeness. Oh, stop it. No.
Okay.
I could use a pronoun here, a possessive pronoun. My hope is to get a new job. My hope to get a new job. Oh, okay. This is possible. My hope to get a new job. Okay, is high. I don't know. This is very similar to my expectation. My hope to get a new job is, okay, I'll throw something interesting and weird at you. Is all-consuming. You can think of nothing else. You're completely obsessed. All right, I'm throwing that in for you, but that's a little fancy. But anyway, hopefully you can get the idea. Hope can be a noun or a verb. So yeah, this is it. Okay, this is
Okay.
it's an abstract noun. All right, it helped you out a little bit, but Renato. Renato, are you
Yes, yes.
busy? You want to try forming a sentence with infinitive following a noun?
Okay. I am thinking to how to make a sentence like
Okay.
that. Uh, Actually, I was thinking in start with my I hope to.
That's okay. I don't care. I hope.
Okay.
All right.
I will try to make like our friend. My hope
Okay.
is sorry. My expectation. I will change again. Sorry. My
Okay. Here, I'll give you another one. How about my need? There's another one. Abstract noun. My need. My command. How's that?
okay. Okay. My hope
Sorry?
is. Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The idea is that it's generally going to be a more abstract noun when we just follow it directly with an infinitive. My command to stop was ignored. Something like that. And okay, more abstract nouns are going to look something more like this. It's okay. My the idea of in order to do something is going to be much more easy, actually. You know, okay, Renato, I use let me start you out very simply, very common way. We use an infinitive with a noun, with a concrete noun. Let me start you out, Renato.
Yes.
Can you finish this sentence? I use a something to whatever.
Mm, I use a cell phone to learn English.
Okay, there you go. Simple enough. That's it. All right. This is a very straightforward way that we very commonly use this construction. I use a something in order to learn English. Okay.
Okay.
So I just wanted to show you this construction.
In writing, using in order to much better than just to, or
Okay, you're asking about formal or informal, right?
yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're asking me. Well, okay, if you're taking an IELTS exam and you need a high word count, you need to count your words, then go ahead and put in order to.
Okay, I got it.
You get twice the amount of words. I guess I would say no. It's a serious question and it's a good question. I would say sold her car in order to get the money that she needed. I would say that's just a little bit more formal to use the entire construction in order to look up, and it's a little bit clearer. So I would count that as being a little bit more formal, a little more prone to writing than speaking. We tend to be less formal in speaking. So it's a good question.
If I'm writing a letter to my friend, it's much better avoid using this in order to just to. I'm
Yeah,
writing this letter to in order to.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, see, there you go. In business writing, I very commonly write I'm sending this email in order to attach the files which I had promised during class. I'm going to write a more formal construction. No, you're absolutely right. I write emails like that every day, actually, in business writing. So I would spell it out and make it obvious in writing. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
I would and I do, as a matter of fact. Here's another construction. Too, T-O-O, not too, T-W-O or T-O, T-O-O. Very common. The box is too heavy to carry. The television is too expensive to buy. Very common construction, which we use followed by an infinitive. Fiona ran too slowly to win the race. Okay. We arrived too late to see the beginning of the movie. Okay. Too plus an adjective or an adverb. We see heavy. We see slowly. Okay. These constructions are interesting. Too heavy, of course, is describing the box. Too slowly is describing, with an adverb, is describing, obviously, the verb. And I just got through telling Rosia about adverbs, but definitely when we have the to adverb, I'm not going to say Fiona too slowly ran to win the race. That would be weird. This is definitely going to follow the verb, always. When we have to and an adverb. Here's another strange one. Well, not strange, but another not strange, actually. Another common construction. She is adjective, adverb, tall enough, specifically with the word enough, and then the infinitive. Okay, she's tall enough to reach the book on the shelf. Brian was smart enough to enter college at the age of 12. Linda runs quickly enough to win the race. Okay, again with the adverb there.
I think it's obvious in this case using infinitive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
It's so hard to say she is tall enough, reaching
the book on the shelf. Yeah, you're right. These are obvious. But again, these are kind of related. Okay, well, anyway. Yeah, right. The box is too heavy carrying doesn't make sense.
It's possible to say the television is too expensive for buying.
That just sounds weird.
Okay.
Now, no, that's a very good question because we used for and the gerund to show. I use a fishing pole for fishing. I use a pencil for writing. To show purpose, it's very common. Okay, absolutely. So, but this isn't really purpose here. It sounds weird. Okay. Ran too slowly for winning the race? No way. We arrived too late for seeing. It's got to be an infinitive. It's impossible to follow these instructions with a gerund. It's impossible and weird. Smart enough entering college at the age of 12. That actually changes the meaning. Brian was smart enough entering college at the age of 12. There's an implication, not that that he was smart enough in order to enter college, frankly, is the implication here with the infinitive. He was smart enough entering college, but then he got stupider after becoming hooked on drugs. I don't know. If I use, it's possible for me to use a gerund here, but it changes the meaning totally. With a gerund, it means when he entered college, he was smart enough, but there's an implication he's no longer smart. And following the adverb and enough, just no way, not possible. Interesting. I just want to share with you some of these common constructions. Okay, another one with infinitive. He has enough money to buy his own car. Enough plus a noun, or plural noun. Cheryl owns enough books to start her own library. Enough time to finish writing her book. Okay. Basically, just remember when we use to or enough, the chances are it's going to work a lot better with an infinitive.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Why you use writing after finish? Diana needs enough time to finish writing. Why not to finish to write?
Ah, okay. Diane needs enough time to finish writing her book. Why? Well, okay. Okay, I'm trying to think how. It would sound very strange for me, first of all, to finish to write her book. Diane needs enough time to finish to write her book. Sounds very odd to my brain. Why?
Maybe
To
writing
learn to swim.
right as the action.
Well, okay. I don't know. I want to learn swimming. Yuck. Hate it. Would never say it. Maybe this goes back to our potential. I want to learn to swim. Maybe this goes back to the beginning of the lesson or beginning, middle, whatever. When we were talking about how, okay, a gerund suggests a real activity, an infinitive suggests only potential to do something. I suppose we're saying, what's her name? Diane is really going to finish her book. It's not just an abstract potential. Now, she needs enough time to finish. She needs the potential time. That's clear. Okay, that actually fits that idea, that concept.
Okay, I got it.
Writing means she's actually going to do it, experience it. Okay, we're looking in the future here, obviously, but all right. I think that's it. It's a little subtle, but I think you can see that. I want to learn swimming. It sounds really weird for that reason. You want the potential. Okay, you're talking about potential when you're, but here the concept is that she's definitely going to write the book. I think that's it. Very subtle, I understand, but I think that's the idea.
Okay.
If we change verb finish on learn,
okay.
Diana needs enough time to learn
Yeah.
after learn. Yeah.
It sounds weird. Yeah. Right. To learn to write. Right. I'm not gonna.
English. You can change her book. English.
To learn English, but to learn to write English. Okay. Okay. Max, what were you gonna do?
Yeah. I want to use verb after learn. Learn writing English or learn to write English.
I would definitely. Okay. Needs enough time to learn writing English. To learn to write. I would definitely. It just seems so weird in this sentence. So I guess it has to do. What does it have to do with? It seems very strange. Cheryl owns enough books to start to operate. All right, there's nothing. Okay, I can change this. Her own library. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this. Wait, owns enough books to start operating her own library, owns enough books to start to operate her own library. Ah, wait a minute. I have another idea altogether. When we're following with a gerund or infinitive, what we're looking at. Okay. Okay. Now I know how to explain this to you. All right. When we're considering using an infinitive or a gerund, we need to look at the main verb and decide what is it. Does it have to have a gerund? Does it have to have an infinitive after the main verb? Yes. Okay. So that's what kind of dictates the gerund or infinitive use. What we're looking at right now is what dictates the use after an infinitive, or possibly a gerund in other circumstances. Learn swimming? No. Learn to swim in a normal sentence. If learn was the main verb, we would always follow it with a gerund. To learn to write. So it's the same thing, as if now you're treating the following gerund or infinitive. You're going to look at the infinitive as if it was the main verb to dictate what can follow it. That's why you can start operating machinery. You can start to operate machinery. I could use either. Okay, if start were the main verb. Ah, now I get it. Okay. What was the original here? I can't even remember now. Needs enough time to finish.
Finish. Okay.
Writing her book or whatever. Okay. Finish writing. Okay, I have to finish working. I can't say I have to finish to work. Ah, there you go. There's your answer. You can add, I guess, probably an infinite. Oh, don't get confused. Never-ending amount of constructions with infinitive, or maybe an infinitive, another infinitive, or an infinitive and a gerund. You probably could write a sentence that never ended. You always have to refer back to the preceding verb. So why do I need writing? Because I can't say, even in a normal sentence, I could not say, I finished what? Whatever, ing, I finished swimming. Okay, I cannot say I finished to swim. That would be weird. There it is. Okay, there's your reason. Sorry. Get so deeply into this, I forget what I'm doing. In any case. There's your answer. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I seem to be stuck here. All right. Okay. Oopsie. All right. There you go. So that's how that works. Okay. And we're still, even after 3 days, I'm still not going to be able to finish. All right. Certain expressions are followed by the gerund forms. He had fun fishing. They had difficulty finding a parking place. She spent her time practicing the piano. I could not say she had fun to fish. All right, kind of like go fishing, go golfing, go swimming. You have fun fishing, golfing, swimming. We can't use after fun, or especially have fun. We just can't use an infinitive. Have difficulty, same idea, I guess. Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God, we never finish this class on time, ever. All right. All right, unfortunately, we are out of time. Too bad. I could add, I could say a lot more. We did get to some of this material. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Okay, but I thank you for your time. Thank you very much. Hopefully you learned a little something anyway about gerunds and infinitives. Thanks a lot. See you next
Thank
time
you very much. Thank you.
here in Berlin.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
teacher. Bye.
Bye, Rosia.